and welcome to an upper body mobility session. So it's just a few minutes that you could do before a workout or just throughout the week to work on your upper body mobility. So we're going to start with some cat-cows here. So arching the back and then extending like so. Really think about pushing through the shoulders. So it's not all about sort of the lower back and the spine, but actually through the upper back as well. As you arch like so, breathing out as the head comes down, breathing in at the moment, and then exhaling again here. So this is really to warm up the spine and get it ready for other movement. Keep this going for quite a few repetitions. Here I'm sort of just wiggling around, seeing what's comfortable. You can absolutely do that, sort of sway side to side, move your hips, get a bit of movement in there, whatever feels good for you. I'm rocking back and forth here as well, again to just feel that difference and get that spine really warm and ready to move. Keep doing this for a minute or so. It's really important to get the spine warm to prevent any injuries. I'm rolling around on the wrists here as I do it as well. So now I've got a flat back and I'm just warming those wrists up a little bit. Coming up onto the fists and opening the hands to again warm up those wrists a little bit. Really important if you're doing any sort of benching, shoulder pressing, anything like that. Okay, now I'm going to twist, and it's called thread the needle. So opening up as I inhale, pointing that hand up towards the sky and looking up with it. So looking up there, twisting from the waist, and then coming underneath, threading that arm through and twisting the other way. So inhale and exhale as I come through. Now I'm coming all the way down to rest on that shoulder, extending the other arm up above my head to touch the floor. And just staying here for a moment to open up the shoulders and get that rotation in as well. Breathing throughout. Now I'm going to come back up and we're going to go over to the other side now. So I'm raising my right arm in a moment. Oh, wrong side. And then I realised right arm up towards the ceiling and then through. I would recommend slowing this down a little bit as well. So inhale and exhale as we come through. And on the fifth one, we're going to come all the way through, come down onto that shoulder, rest the head, lift the other arm up above, and feel the stretch through the upper back and the twist in the spine. Staying here, breathing nice and deeply in through the nose, out through the mouth, resting for about 30 seconds or so as we really start to open up the back and feel that stretch. Just a few more moments here. This feels really good, so you might want to stay here a little bit longer. Okay, we're going to come up onto all fours now and then extend the arms out in front and come down into a puppy dog pose. So I'm keeping the hips above my knees, but I'm pushing my chest towards the floor here. Try not to eat the floor. It's not the most hygienic, but it's really good for opening up the chest and the shoulders. And now we're going to come onto the back, open up the shoulders and the chest a little bit more by coming up into this position. And we're going to rock around a little bit and you'll feel the stretch in the front of the shoulders. Now, if you can keep your hips up, that's great. Be a bit of a core exercise as well. But rock around, feel those shoulders moving and the chest opening, and your wrists also will be warming up a little bit more with this too. If you can't do this for very long, that's fine. Just come back down, reset, and then when you're able to, come back up again. Okay, now I'm going to take a band now, and I'm going to do some pull apart. So this is quite a light band, so I sort of have to shorten it a little bit. But you want it to be quite hard to open the arms wider, and we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back and then slowly bring them forwards again. This can get quite tough after a while. It's a great way of warming up the upper back and the shoulders. You can tell from my grimace there that was getting a bit difficult. Okay, now we're going to do some, I can't remember what these are called, but you can just pull the band tight and use it to move your arms back and forth around your head. Keep the arms straight and let the movement come from the shoulder. You can also do this with just a bar or a stick, a straight stick, and just let that come around to test that shoulder mobility a little bit. Now we're coming onto the front and doing another sort of variation of this, but which is going to include some core stability from the back. So I'm keeping my chest a little bit up off the floor, and I'm doing the same motion. So keeping the arms straight, pulling the bar apart, the band apart, or you can just hold a bar. And we're going to let the shoulders go in sort of a semicircle, I guess, as we pull them back and forwards again. Now the closer your hands are together, the harder this will be. So if you want to test yourself, tighten the band, or put your hands closer together on the excuse me, on the pole. Now we're going to open up the back a little bit more. So I'm laying on my front, keeping my back arm at sort of a right angle from the shoulder. I'm just twisting the hips open from side to side. So this is a great full body warm up because it's going to warm those the back up a little bit, but it's also going to open the chest up, and you'll feel it as you do this. If you keep that shoulder and the arm that's behind you flat against the floor, you're really going to feel the pull across the chest. You can change the position of the arm that's behind you, so you can have it a little bit lower, a little bit higher, see how it feels, see how it changes the feel. So here I've put it a little bit higher and just rocking back and forth between them. And if you'd like to, you can leave them, sort of hold it there to feel the stretch a little bit deeper for 30 seconds or so at the end of that, which I would recommend. Now just rolling the wrist together.